Good afternoon and welcome aboard, people of the internet. This is the 2 p.m-ish Bakerloo line tube train service calling at Queen's Park, Wembley Park, Marylebone, King's Cross, Charing Cross, Elephant and Castle, and Baker Street. So get your air saxophones out, because we're taking a trip down to Baker Street today. Welcome in, everyone. How you doing? This feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Well, a lukewarm minute. A cold minute. A room temperature minute. It's been a room temperature minute since I last streamed in here, but welcome back in, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This is the stream overlay that you'll be seeing for 1080p games, which is, well, modern games, basically. Full screen. I'm going back to that way of doing things. Chat's kind of up in the corner up there, so where's the chat window? There it is. Now, it looks really small on my screen, but pretty discreet, but we'll see. We'll see. I like it being discreet up there as well, but it's tucked right underneath the AJ Omega logo in the top right, and the little Special Interest Bureau logo, as it has come to be known, the Omega symbol, and the broadcasting satellite dish. Totally as a reference to public service broadcasting. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. So I hope everyone's having a rather fine Wednesday. Rather good Wednesday. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's not mess around. Let's go. Ready to launch Train Sim World 2. Why the Bakerloo line today? I fancy getting back into streaming, and it's a route I know very well. It's one of the original Cheers Happy Hump Day. Hello, ON on my level. How you doing? Have you been in here before? I feel like there's no first-time chatter thingy next to your name, so I wasn't sure if you have been or not. But welcome in. Yes, Happy Hump Day. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and all that kind of thing. Is that from a commercial or something? Why'd you make me do this every time? Nope. That's. Okay. Must only contain letters, must be 2 to 12 characters, and must not start with DTG. DTG. No, yeah, there we go, that works. That identity isn't valid. Well, why not? Is it because it has a space in it? Yes, there we go. Now navigate the Creators Club or Dovetail Live. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, this is new. I've chatted before. I come and go like the wind. Hope all is well. I found you playing SnowRunner, I believe, last October. There's a slight issue with that, in that I've never played SnowRunner. Slight issue with that. But, yeah, well, thank you for... You're always welcome here, by the way. Don't. I'm not being like, what are you doing around here? Oh, yes. Excellent. First thing we see on the Creators Club up here... is a pro-Ukraine Ukraine javelin livery, which is, we love to see that. That's great. Freedom to Ukraine. We've got a 150 Arriva Trains Wales livery. Well, that's rather good. Rather like that. This is just the beta version of the Creators Club, by the way. The Legend of the 313. Legend's a bit strong, but, you know. Southern Waves Class 3. Circuit Superstars. That'll probably be it. I have definitely played Circuit Superstars on here before. So that'll probably be it. Oh, an NHS version of the... They've made a first Great Western HST. Yes. Have they? Is that just a... Huh. I'm a little bit confused by that. It's not an actual livery. Hang on, liveries. Let's just check the livery. So, National Express. Oh, the Trainbow Thames Link, but it's on a class 465, so it kind of looks a bit weird. Nice. GWR class 387. Class 395. GWR Great Western Green. I mean, oh no, they don't actually have that. Yeah, no, that's just repainting the Intercity. Not the Intercity, the Javelin, I assume. Come on, load me some more. Is that the High Speed Orange design? Rather nice Regional Railways class 37 livery there. There's nothing else popular apparently. Oh, Steampunk. Class 37730. Is that West Midlands Railway livery? Like that. The BR Blue Retro livery for the 66. I love that. 66789. That's very cool. Freightliner 66. Debranded First Capital Connect Class 377. Some good stuff in here. Enjoying it. I like it a lot. This is kind of what we were feeling, you know, for this game when it first came out, when there was the whole livery editor and things like that. We were like, there's customization options. Can we actually share them? Yeah, not quite, which kind of kneecapped the whole thing. But this is very cool. Love to Ukraine. Very nice. Oh, the retro BR livery livery for the 313. Love that. GBRF 66. A Transpennine Express variant. Very cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. I am impressed. Like I say, it's only the beta version so far, so there's probably not that many on there, but I have to try one of these. So for now, what we're going to do is actually go back over here and play the game what we are playing today. So we go down here, we go over here. I'm also curious to see, by the way, because we'll just close that. Very curious, by the way, because it was partly issues of running this game that made me upgrade or change monitors, because I used to have a 1440p 32-inch monitor, but it was like 60 hertz refresh rate, but it sort of wasn't. It was like 59 point something. So I don't know if that's how it's actually displayed, but this one's 144 hertz. I've clicked on the wrong thing. Whoopsie. And yeah, it's got 100. Yeah, it's 144 hertz, 1 millisecond refresh rate, all that good stuff. It's got G-Sync. Still don't quite know what a G-Sync is, but you know, it's close enough. So yeah, hopefully this game should look extra pretty and run extra smooth on it. So far, it seems to be doing that. Now, normally, the reason why I say all of this is that I seem to track down that maybe a performance issue was happening where, you know, I'd be trying to run these games on my old monitor and they'd be, I don't know, it seemed to be causing the CPU to spike in this game. Like it was putting a lot of load, like something wasn't right with it. So we'll see if that's still, I mean, it wasn't a deal breaker or anything like that, but we'll see if that changes anything today. So, right, the one we actually wanted to select was this one. Underground bakerloo line. The bakerloo line. It's got betas down there. So, Hexplore. Team Table. So we got original release timetable. Ooh! Very nice. So, hang on. Okay, so we've got the original modern London Underground livery, and we've also got... Has this got a repaint as well? Aha! So you can either have one with a plain red roof or a black roof on it. That's quite nice for the old school 1938 stock. Very cool. And this, 1972 Mark II tube stock London Transport. So this is old school livery on this one. So this is London Underground. This is the old school London Transport livery. The kind of grey with the like gunmetal grey with the red doors. I think this looks really cool. I think there's a set or two of heritage preserved tube stock at the London Transport Museum depot in Acton that's preserved in this kind of livery, or it might even be there's one that's like a grey with like mint green doors. It's like an experimental livery. Yeah, let's start off here. Why not? Let's start off with this new train. Well, new livery for a train at least. So, what are we feeling? Elephant and Castle. We want a full length service. We want to go full on. So let's come up on. Let's go through to about 11 o'clock. Elephant Castle to Queen's Park. Elephant and Castle. Drive this short service. Drive this short service. Drive this full length service from Harrow and Wealdstone to Elephant and Castle. Okay. Elephant and Castle to Harrow and Wealdstone. Okay. Full length run, 48 minutes. So, actually, what are these shorter runs? 40 minutes. 8 minutes shorter, and that's a short journey, apparently. Short service. Elephant and Castle to Queen's Park. Let's do a few of these as like a sort of make our way up to Harrow and Wealdstone, shall we? And let's do that. All right, let's head in. And of course, befitting a tea and train stream, I've got the trains and we've got the tea. Another sort of service in Elephant and Castle to Queen's Park. All right, I will. Begin. So, unlock the doors. We have to turn things on first, don't we? How do we do that? Something down here, if I remember right. Control key in. There we go. Oh, it's on. No more pie cake memes in the British touring cars. Well, what does that mean? And then forward. Oops. Forwards. Oh. Oh. No, is everyone on? There we go. We're good. Right. And then here we go. We're moving. Toot toot. Oh God, have we got the lights on? We have, and then I'll turn them off. As we plunge into the darkness. Probably not the best time to check if the lights are on. Alright. As we trundle into the gloom. Ginstus is gone for the touring cars. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, I saw Tom Ingram had a new livery sponsorship on his car. I was like, something's missing off of this, and I couldn't put my... and then I was like, now you've mentioned it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Ginstus. There's no more pies. Who ate all the pies? Apparently Tom did. Or maybe he did, and that's why they left. Give me some power. We're going up to 25 miles an hour. Only problem with this route, a lot of it is very dark. As you can tell, I'll probably check when we get to the next station where the cab lights are. Because I can't bloody see anything in here. Oh, go faster, you say? Oh, I hear some squealing flanges, so I'm assuming another train is passing alongside us in the other tunnel. Here we go, up to 25 miles an hour. I still maintain tube train whistles are some of the cutest things you'll ever hear. They're like, no, I think Dan Camish ate all the pies. It's rude. Might be true, I don't know. Alright, coming up on our first stop northbound, it's Lambeth North. And brakes on a little bit more, well, a bit less. And then we come in here, and then... Ooh, stop! Ooh, spot on. Wasn't nervous for a moment there. Don't know what you're talking about. Why was I crouched down? Yeah, you can't... Hang on, trying to look out the door. Morning. Where's the cab lights in here? Oh, destination blind. Hang on, we need to sort that out. We are in service. We're going to Queen's Park, aren't we? Yeah, helpful. Schedule, there we go. Yes, Queen's Park. There we go. So we've got Queen's Park and the destination blind. Lock the right doors. Stuff about brushes. This is all very Bob Ross at the moment. Fan speed, temperature. Cab light. There we go. There we go. Excellent. So... oh. I've also discovered a wonderful thing. Top Gear and the Grand Tour plus Thomas the Tank Engine video memes. That sounds like it could either be the most cursed thing ever or the best thing ever. Either way, I'm curious to see what this all entails. So we're now heading off towards Waterloo. I can't remember the words to that song. But I know it's a bang. Yeah. Hey, you can tell that spring's starting to arrive. I've actually need to have a fan on in here. Because it does get hot in here. And because taking off all your clothes would be a violation of Twitch terms of service, I just have a fan on me instead. I hear more squealing flanges. And what I don't see, what I very much don't see, is any warnings in OBS that there's a CPU overload. So maybe the new monitor is helping. Oh, the stop for this is around a corner, so that's more grinding flanges. And there you go. Blam, there we go. Easy. Fun fact, I think I am the only person in London driving a tube train today, by the way. Because I think all of them were... Well, no, when they on strike yesterday. Oh, there's our... Oh, look at that. That is nice. I like that very much. Hang on. Yes, on post. Oh my Kai. Yo, AJ, what's up? How are we? How are we? How are you doing, oh my Kai? The person that is the reason I'm doing tea and trains, because he does coffee and planes. No, planes and something. But and then most days I come in and I'm like, okay, so you've got the coffee part right, but where are the planes? And he's like, I fancy being a pirate instead. So there we go. I'm only kidding, by the way, Kai. Kai's a brilliant streamer. You should all go follow him as well. And let's get back underway, shall we? Let's go. Nate's out here as well. Are we going anywhere? Are we moving? Yes, we're moving. Okay. Where was I? Nate's here yesterday and tomorrow. Oh, blimey. So if you wanted to go anywhere on a day of the week starting with T, you're twatted, basically. I was going to get here early, but I distracted myself to doing like 6 other tasks on my PC first. Look, Captain Autism suspected ADHD brain over here can't say shit about being easily distracted, okay? So you're good. Also, lovely to have you in here, Nay, by the way. Normally, very good friend of mine, obviously, and King Mod in here. Normally can't be here because it's during the weekdays, and, you know, there's that annoying thing called work. But currently at the moment, working on the London Underground, which means working nights. So during the day, you wake up around... I guess my stream is kind of like your alarm, isn't it? Anyway, so next stop is Embankment. Or as I used to change the name to something else rather immature. I'm sure you could probably guess what it was. Also, Daytona was fun. What one? The Rolex 24 or the NASCAR? Because in some weird universe... Whoa, that was a bit of lag there. Okay. It's just a reminder that we are playing Trains in World 2. And it's optimized, you know, like we're running it on a bin cupboard. But we love it for that. It's one of those things. Welcome to Clement Station. I'll be honest, someone needs to... Did they just put this bit there and just stuck it over the top? Someone's not really sorted that one out, have they? Anyway, I'm supposed to be driving the train, aren't I? I keep forgetting. I'm like, ooh, I want to check out the station now. Door, and then sit down. Look left, there we go. I'm usually up by 1 p.m. Oh, there you go. Probably be more quiet. Got my booster jab, and I'm starting to feel it. Oof. Well, very good that you have got your booster, Jason. If you do need to take it a little easy today, absolutely fine. Much rather you do that than be like, oh, I'm not getting the booster. Vaccines are caused by 5G towers, and then gets COVID and dies. As Meatloaf did, apparently. You know, because he would do anything for love, but it turns out getting vaccinated was not one of those things. Is it too soon? It might be too soon. What would be too soon, and I'm not going to joke about it because this is genuinely a musician I really liked. I only just found out today about the passing of Mark Lanegan, which sucked. I always loved his voice. He was always... I came to him, as many people did, through... he was a regular on the early Queens of the Stone Age albums. So, like... And he was, like... just legendary. And I checked out some of his solo stuff and some of his stuff with other artists, but... Yeah, that sucks. Very unfortunate. There's an example, by the way. It wasn't what killed him, I don't think. But there's an example of a guy learning. He started out as a COVID truther, and then when he got COVID himself, he was like, do you know what, fam? Maybe, you know what? I was chatting honk. He actually said, maybe I was just chatting shit. I ain't going to be an idiot anymore. I'm getting my jabs. Let's go. So I respect that. But yeah, that was, yeah, that sucks. Rest in power, Mark. Loading passengers on at, where are we? Where are we? I don't know. So no food cart service today. Well, Jason, we're on the underground. There'll be no room for a food trolley anyway. We're in like everyone just brings their hot drinks aboard in like a flask. They pop in Starbucks above the road, or Costa, or Pret, or Wibbly Waff coffee. Bring your meal deal with you, exactly. Bring your Tesco £3 meal deal. Rory Burns, the England cricketer's like, excuse me, someone called. No, not you. McLaren British GT car is sexy. Oh, I need to see this. Is it the same colours as the F1 car and the Indy car? Because if that's the case, on a McLaren 720S, mwah, mwah. We go to Greggs. We do. Everyone's got their sandwiches from Greggs. Well, we're not in Newcastle, so... Most stations would be an M&S non-meal deal since they're bourgeois. They're bourgeois. Francis Bourgeoisie. It's just like, hello, I'm here. I heard trains in my name. No, Francis, well, you got one bit of it right, but... I love how Francis, the train spotter guy, I love that he's now like a genuine internet celebrity. There was a thing the other day where he was like, hi, I'm in a campaign, I'm going to the fashion show in Milan with Gucci. And we're like, what? Where? Where? Even middle-aged bouncers at my work are aware. I know, right? We love to see it. Oh, Big Jet TV. Yes. Big Jet TV, the unexpected breakout star of Storm Eunice. Trundling through. All right, you can stop now. 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 There we go. What's a meal deal? Well, it's like buy a drink, a sandwich, and some crisps or something for a discounted amount of money, basically. Smart, you're on camera, by the way. Hang on. That's the wrong way around. Hang on. Is that the first Hardfi album cover? Is that the album cover of the first album by the band Hardfi? Which apparently, I'm the only person that remembers them, apparently, and that makes me sad, because they were very, very good. Another train. Morning. Stars of CCTV. Yes! You remember it. There we go. Nay remembers. Us mid-2000s alternative kids remember it. Because indie rock became a thing, and it was actually rock. So there was a lot of good stuff around there, like flipping Franz Ferdinand, Block Party. Hardfi were one of them. Early Arctic Monkeys, they were straight up a punk band when they first started. Pretty much. Who else? I'm forgetting loads, probably, but yeah, that was a fun time. And then it sort of became hipster, and we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Greggs have chicken as well, do they? But not just at like a fast food place, like, yo, I'll get this wherever with better food options. Well, yeah, it's mostly in like supermarkets. It's all at cost, rarely dealified, yeah. It's a sandwich wrap, crisp snack, and a drink for £3.50. Yes, there you go. Well, we can go a bit faster. Well, a bit. We're all just living for the weekend. Oh, very good. Very good. Swatty89. I assume that's Swatty89, but I'm just going to call you Swatty, so I'm very sorry about that. What a way to announce your interest in the chat with a Hardfi reference. Very good. We'll get on just fine. How are you? And welcome in. Welcome aboard the 1103, I think it was. The 1103 service from Elephant and Castle to Queen's Park. There it is. It says up there. But yeah, low-key, Hardfi, one of my favourite bands out of that first wave of like indie, indie rock. There was a lot of good stuff back there. Or in that time, there's a lot of good stuff. I remember it fondly. Like the first two, well, definitely the first Block Party album was a banger. First two Arctic Monkeys albums slapped before they decided to turn into I don't know what they are now. Unlock left. Yep, Franz Ferdinand was great. And like I say, Hardfire were basically a British indie band trying to be the Clash. So of course I love them because they were from Staines. Because they were from Staines in West London, which was a dead end town. Like when they were describing, like, oh, there's nothing to do around our town. It's just a DOS place. You just got like teen pregnancy and shit and everything. And I'm like, looks out the window at Swanley. I relate to this. I feel like I could be living in Staines. They're southwest London, I'm southeast, so. For $3 US, you're not getting much. A wee McDonald's burger and a sip of Coke. Just one sip, like a pipette. Terminating at Queen's Park, we're only 5 stops off from dropping me at work, 9 hours early. Oh, I'll tell you what, can we run either your train to work or home from work? So it'll either be late at night train to work or early morning train home if you got the tube home. If you got the Bakerloo line home from work. I drive to work, but yeah, well, in the weird eventuality, pretend your car's in for an MOT or something, I don't know. How have we ended up 3 minutes down? Says man perpetually blithering and not paying attention to what he's supposed to be doing. See, this is what you get. This is what happens when tube drivers go on strike. They just throw plebs like me in there. I've been waiting for a while if I wanted to get the first tube home at 3:45 a.m. Yeah. Yeah. So what station are you working at the moment? It's one of the Wembleys, I seem to remember you saying. Wembley, England, etc. Wembley Central, there we go. Wembley, Wombleys. Though, it was the first place I ever saw my beloved AFC Wimbledon. You know, not at their home stadium. It was, in fact, at Wembley for the League Two playoff final, which we won, by the way, which is very nice, given that at the moment it looks like we are going to be heading back to League Two. Did I say League One? I meant League Two. Wimbledon, very good. Walk down onto the tube and some cat is like, you want to drive? Make a few bucks? Yeah. Open the door. Guys, there's some seats here if you want. You don't have to stand. No Londoners are like, nah, we've got headphones on. We've got our AirPods in. We're just on for a few stops. All right, fine. Oops. No, I didn't mean to do that. That's it. Horrifying passages. It is, given I've been sort of... Oh, look what station we're stopping at next, by the way. Get your saxophones out. Get your air saxes out. Come on. We need to get to our next stop. Come on. I've named the entire stream after it. Do you want to move? Rafferty's on standby. Okay, the right side doors weren't locked. Okay, fine. Yeah, I hadn't registered that clip. Right, okay. Well, yeah, there we go. Here we go. Get your saxophones ready. But yeah, it was funny. Recently I've been... It's weird, revisiting the first series of new Doctor Who, but then going through and actually watching the rest of them. Because back in the day, I did actually watch the first season back of new Doctor Who, which was the Christopher Eccleston series, which I'm so happy, even now, I'm going back and getting into Doctor Who properly. Everyone's like, wow, that one series of Christopher Eccleston was amazing. And I'm like, yes! I picked a good one to be the only one to watch. And I remembered it being awesome. Like, I really hope that it hadn't been like... Well, yeah, they had that one revival series of Christopher Eccleston, which is kind of bollocks. I'm like, oh, that's the only one I've seen. But yeah, no, rewatched that recently. It's really good. And I remember the very first episode of New Who, was basically the plot line of it was what were the enemy? What were they called? Oh my god, we might want to stop here. Well, there's some New Who knew? I know, right? Anyway, we're arriving into Baker Street. You can tell because Sherlock Holmes' head is on the wall. Get your saxophones out. Fun fact, it's one of the great kind of rock and roll myths that a lot of people seem to dispute who actually played the saxophone on that song, including, hilariously, there was a rumor that he addressed this on his show, that Radio 2 DJ Ken Bruce was actually, it said on his Wikipedia page once, someone edited it so it said that he was the one that did the saxophone solo on Baker Street, and there was one day on the show, he's like, I don't know, the guy who did like the traffic was like, is this true? And Ken Bruce was like, I wish it was, but no. Unfortunately. Autons, that's it, Swatty. Very nice. Mid-2000s culture expert over here. We love to see it. But yeah, the Autons, that was it. I might use it as my claim to fame. I played the sax on the track. Were you even born when it came out? No. But it didn't stop me. Like X-Files music plays. Anyway. The true kind of deep, what's it called? Deep state conspiracy. Anyway, what was I? Yeah, about Doctor Who. So yeah, in the first episode back, the very first episode of the new series, where they introduced Billie Piper as the new companion, and obviously Christopher Eccleston as Doctor. Maybe because I was really getting into Life on Mars at the time. I was just like, I like badass northern men in long coats. Christopher Eccleston is exactly that. I'm in. Let's go. Had they started with David Tennant, maybe not, but I'm coming to love that. Now I'm into David Tennant's series. I'm really enjoying his work as well. It's great. So let me just stop here at Marylebone. Well, some serious grinding flanges. The grinding flanges. That's not a post-punk band. Tonight at the Camden Underworld. You're going to see the grinding flanges. Anyway, yes, first episode back of Doctor Who was the main enemy was this alien race called the Autons, and their main thing was making living plastic. So the first enemies in the episode, and they were the main enemies of the entire episode, were basically possessed mannequins. Were basically mannequins who suddenly thought they were the Terminator. And you wouldn't think so, but very suddenly, walking through a shopping centre surrounded by like clothes shops on either side, all of a sudden, all the mannequins suddenly look very terrifying. There was a time for a good few weeks after the episode where I was like, looking around like, oh, thank you for the follow, Marlies37. I think I know exactly who that is. Is that you, Marlies? A Patreon follower, member of our Discord as well. Lovely to see you in here. Try championship football in the winter. We need more northern men in long jackets on TV. We really do need more northern men in long jackets on TV. I would have Phil Glenister basically be like, I'm basically Gene Hunt again, but this time as the Doctor. A bit like Peter Capaldi going straight from the thick of it, being an angry, sweary man on the thick of it, and just like, right, do more of that, just be a bit more refined and less sweary. All right, fine, let's go. Thank you, new follower. Oh, God. Please stop. Oh, no. No. Oh, God. The front doors will not open at this station. Please use other doors. Okay, most of the train was in the station. Right, we're good. Horror movie. Oh my God, we need to get going again. This is giving me, you just made me think of the film Creep, and now I'm very scared, and we need to get out of here. I'm panicking. Right, we're good. Let's go. Go, go, go. Let's get out of here. Zombie U type. Oh yeah, that was the Wii U zombie game set in London, wasn't it? Because I remember seeing the cover of that and it had like beefeater zombies. Not local people who've just had a steak dinner at their local beefeater restaurant, as in the actual Queen's like beefeater guards with the big black fluffy hats, whatever they are. It was indeed. Oh, how was that? I heard that game was pretty good. Like, for the mostly maligned Wii U, you guessed it. Hey, hello, Marlies. Is that the correct way to pronounce your name, by the way? do say if I'm completely massacring it. Right, anyway, we were supposed to be at Paddington 5 minutes ago. Oopsie. Where have you been? Well, I got talking about Doctor Who. well, see, I got talking about Doctor Who, and then we started playing air saxophone at Baker Street. So I got a free Wii U, and Zombie U from a competition. I might be biased, but I enjoy it. Well, I heard good things about it, in fairness. Well, about the game, like I say, I know the Wii U is mostly maligned. I don't really know why. Maybe it was just one of those, like, I don't know, one of those things where it's like I said, in the last few years, I've really adopted I've adopted the cartoon of, you know, the shh, let people enjoy things. That is just me now. Ooh, Pink's released a new perfume. Oh, not the actual Pink. Okay. Still the best in the West End. London the musical. London the musical. Is this like... Is it done yet from July? Okay. That's an artwork there. Yeah. Is this like a London version of Chicago? I'll take that. I do like the fake adverts in the Trains from World 2 routes. I do appreciate that very much. Oh, there's another train up there. I am shocked that Zombie U has not been ported to Switch yet. It was ported to PS4 as Zombie. So they had to remove the U bit because it wasn't on Wii U anymore. Oops. No. There we go. Speaking of Paddington, did you know the voice of Paddington Bear in the Ukrainian dubs of the movies was done by none other than President Zelensky? Yes. Yes. I love the headcanon that Paddington Bear is now in charge of Ukraine and being like, bollocks to you, Putin. Just Paddington Bear sat on a podium. It's like, well, we hear what Vladimir Putin's been saying, and we're telling him to shove off, basically, because he's a pillock and he doesn't like marmalade sandwiches, so he can fuck off, basically. It's like Paddington's turned into a mini Winston Churchill. Would still be a better leader than Boris Johnson. Anyway, then again, used toilet roll would probably be a better leader than Boris Johnson. Anyway, I'm also loving the amount of Ukrainian world boxing champions who are like, fuck it, I am taking up arms in defense of my city. Like the mayor of Kiev is former world champion heavyweight boxer Vitaly Klitschko, and he literally at the start of the thing was like, I'm taking up arms, I am defending my city, I am the mayor of this city, y'all have to go through me. Like, it's a horrible situation. Obviously, the whole thing is fucked up and horrible. But those sort of stories on their own kind of, they give me some sort of joy in the, not joy, but like a sort of, I don't know. There's something cool about them in such a grim reality, you know? Hot take, I do not like marmalade. Well, neither do I. So there you go, you good. So, Marlies, if my pronunciation of your name was only good enough, what's it supposed to be? Were you just like, no, don't try and then butcher it more. Meantime, when I get to Warwick Avenue. Do you remember, was she called Duffy? The blonde kind of soul singer. She had that song where she was like, you got me begging you for mercy. Do. And then a song about Warwick Avenue, which I always hum whenever I show up at Warwick Avenue. You might want to fix that sign there, by the way. Go back through here. There we go. I have no idea why I'm running so far behind time, by the way. No idea. You're pretty good, but the stress is on the second. So Marlies. Marlies? Rather than Marlies. Marlies. We'll go with that. Marlies now is just like face palming. Right, can we go now? There we go. Marlies. Hey, there we go. Marlies, milady. So basically pronounce it like Parker from Thunderbirds. Duffy has links to the JoJo anime now because one of her songs was used for an ending. Really? Okay, cool. I'm here for this redemption arc of singers who have faded out of the mainstream suddenly showing up in animes. It's like one of my favorite music-related stories was the fact that Neil Buchanan, even before he hosted Art Attack and became like king of children's TV. Even before that, he was a founding member and guitar player of new wave of British heavy metal band Marseille, and only stopped playing with them about like 6 years ago. Guy's in his 60s now. I did not realise he's one of those people that you just don't know ages. He's just always giving that same lad, that same guy in the red jumper. It's just permanently, you know? But I always found that really cool, that even before he was a kids' TV presenter, he was a heavy metal guitar player. That's brilliant. I love it. There must be an episode of Art Attack somewhere where it's like, so today we're going to do we're going to stylize, you're going to customize your guitar and put paint on it and make it look really metal. Ask me how, here's one I made earlier. Clonks down his actual guitar from the Marseille sessions. That would be baller, in fairness. Right, Maida Vale. Another musical link there. There's the Maida Vale Studios here. Are there? Surely some Kiss-style face paint. Yes! Yes! Absolutely. Amazing. Wonder if he was ever jealous of Bruce Dickinson. I literally just read on Twitter the 90s band 5 has a new album. Do they? Except it's only now just the three of them. And apparently it isn't very good. This station describes my bloodstream after a night at the pub. Maida Vale. Oh my god, that's good. Well done. Well done. Oh man, that's... Oh, pun... Well done. Punnage is on point today. We love to see it. I think my train stopped in protest. No, I'll put the brakes on instead. I'm a genius. I'm an actual genius. There we go. We're moving forward again now. Oh, yeah, I love those stories of, like, my favourite, like, pop band as a kid were S Club 7. No shame at all. And then after one of them left, they were like, no, well, now we're S Club. Aren't you technically S Club 6? Well, it just gets confusing otherwise. People at Kilburn Park. Well, we're now 6 minutes behind Whoops. Love a bit of S Club, always. Because, as we know, there ain't no party like an S Club party. Plus, they also had that weird, like, American sitcom show that was kind of like... It was weird, because it was like a sitcom, and it was almost like Friends, but it was the real characters in it, and it had real life, like, actual relationships that happened IRL between the band members happened on the show. So it was almost like a precursor to, like, flipping The Only Way is Essex, except it was more like The Only Way is Kansas, or wherever they were. All I remember is them being out in the desert somewhere with a load of cool old American cars. They had one in LA and Miami. Oh, yeah, right. Wasn't that because, didn't the Spice Girls do something like that first? Space Word. Space Word. Word for space. Oh, God. Stop. Please stop. There we go. There we go. Fine, I didn't panic there. I love Steps and Westlife as a kid, and in 2022, they're still making music. Amazing. I have trouble not singing Ain't No Party Like an S-Stock Party. Yes! The front two doors will not open at this station. Please use other doors. Why will they not open at the station? Because the driver's a twat. Oh my god. All the tube puns coming out today. Well, thankfully for everyone on board, I'm about to finish. The service is about to finish, so I won't be driving anymore. I won't be involved in the ruining of their day. Look, it's an 11:30 service on the Bakerloo line, right? Nobody's in this much of a rush. The S Club 7 movie is actually good, not perfect. I remember enjoying it for, you know, for what it was. Their best song was probably Don't Stop Moving, and you could tell it was cool. And Down with the Kids, a 90s, because it had no G on the end of moving. It was moving with an apostrophe. Don't stop moving, yeah. And it had like, what would you call it? Like a vocoder robot voice being like, don't stop moving to the funky monkey beat, etc. Am I embarrassed that I remember this much about it? No, actually. Anyway, we're nearly there. Bring it all back, yes. Also ABBA, yeah, their actual best song. Oh, okay. I will accept that as an answer as well, yes. So what was the actual name of that song? Was it called Bring It All Back? Yeah, I think so. Oh god, we're speeding. Nope, whoops. There we go, we're fine. Bring It All Back gets my... Yeah, no, that's acceptable. I'll give you that. The funny thing is, I remember seeing this on Todd in the Shadows' channel. Like, he does a series called One Hit Wonderland, reviewing, bands who have one-hit wonders. And bizarrely, in America, S Club 7 were a one-hit wonder for the ballad they did called Never Had a Dream Come True, which was kind of weak. That was like one of their worst songs. And even he said, he was like, why were they a hit for this? I don't understand. Tragedy by Steps. I'll give you that. That was a banger. S Club 7 were live here. How did that happen? I don't know. Oh, we got to shunt the train now. Okay. Oh, we can actually see our train now because we're out in the open. Me. There we go. All right, so we're going to do a hecking trundle into the sheds. Yeah, okay, shunt. There we go. Train brake control, shunt. The house robot from Robot Wars is controlling our train. Sliding into the sidings. Siding into them DMs. Getting on the UK top 40 is much harder than getting on the Billboard top 100. Well, there's 60 less places, for one thing, in fairness. Isn't there, in America, isn't there 3 of them? Like, it was the Billboard, Cashbox, and Melody Maker was British. The Fast Food Rockers managed it. You'd be surprised at the number of massively famous bands never to have a UK number 1. Well, I've touched on this before with Christmas songs. The amount of legendary Christmas songs that weren't actually Christmas number 1s in this country is ridiculous. Exhibit A, All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey, wasn't a Christmas number 1 when it first came out. It became a Christmas number 1 I think like a few years ago, it finally became Christmas number 1. That was it. But when it originally came out, we got a gold medal for that, by the way. Don't know how, given we were 7 minutes down by the end of it. Oh, look at the stop accuracy though. 2.1.42146 18. Yeah, we did overshoot that. But then we made up for it at Paddington 0.088. Blam. There you go. So continue. Returned. Main menu. There we go. That's pretty good for London. 7 minutes is basically on time. There you go. But yeah, when All I Want for Christmas first came out, it wasn't the Christmas number 1. Do you know what was? E17 Stay Another Day, which was retroactively made into a Christmas song by adding sleigh bells on it and some snow. But apparently it was originally written by one of the members about the tragic loss of their brother in a car accident. And he straight up said years later, he was like, I did feel quite awkward about the fact that this really heartfelt song about the loss of my brother kind of got retconned into like a big sort of love song and then a Christmas song. And it was very weird. And I kind of understand that. And then the biggest injustice, the one I'm still salty about all these years later, The Darkness actually dropped a banging Christmas song in the year of our Lord, 2004, 5, 6, I think it was. But we're beaten to the Christmas number 1 by, and I shit you not, all around me are familiar faces. Yeah, that shit song of cover of Mad World by Tears for Fears, by Gary Jules, whoever the fuck he is. I don't know, he's probably a lovely man. But, the song that's so miserable, it's now a meme. That was Christmas number 1 over an actual Christmas song. Boy, doesn't that say a lot about the British people? Even before X Factor. Oh, okay, that's not X Factor. Well, wasn't there that thing, like, for a few years, like, people started to realise that for a while in the late 2000s, because the X Factor always finished a few weeks before Christmas, they just guaranteed to get the Christmas number 1. I think it goes back, because I remember Girls Aloud Sound of the Underground got Christmas number 1, because it was released on Christmas week, But I think by the late 2000s, people figured out Bob the Builder has a Christmas. The top 40, can I fix it? The top 40, yes, I can. That must have been a grim Christmas. Yeah. Mr. Blobby has a... The amount of bollocks eyes we've got Christmas number 1. Oh, God. Also, Sound of the Underground was just really good. Yes, agreed. Certified Girls Aloud stan over here. Although I was too embarrassed to admit that through my 2000s because I was all like edgy and punk and teenage. Which is annoying because I wish I'd gone to see them now. Especially as one of the original members passed away last year, which sucks. Rest in peace, Sarah Harding. Yeah, I always unironically really like Girls Aloud. They were brilliant. They were so good. What probably helps is the fact that the songwriting group behind them, like, almost all the best, like, out-and-out pop songs, synth pop songs of the last 20 years probably were written in some capacity by Xenomania, who wrote almost all of Girls Aloud stuff. But what was quite cool is, as their careers went on, some of the actual band members became songwriters, like Nicola, I can never remember her surname, the ginger one, who always got really unfairly bullied as the ugly munter of the group, but she wasn't. It was literally just because she was pale and ginger. That was it. The early 2000s were quite the trip. I think only Axel F was the number 1 for Crazy Frog, but they did try a few Christmas ones. Yeah. It was like a Donald Trump presidency. You only let that happen once to realise never again. We're going to try and get Crazy Frog back to Christmas number 1. No, we allowed this to happen once, and we've been paying for it ever since. It's not happening again. Don't let me down, USA. Crazy Frog did beat Coldplay to them. Oh, God. We have gone off on a hell of a tangent, and I'm here for it, you know? Right, let's go back to the Tim Tabble. Do any services originate from Queen's Park and go northbound? Heron Wheelstone to... No, it looks like they're just shuttle between, like, they either go that far or all the way, if that makes sense. So, can't have the Neuro Bureau without tangents. Tell me you're neurodivergent without telling me you're neurodivergent. Any love for Atomic Kitten? Yes. Mainly, I didn't listen to much of their music, but in 2003, in the British Touring Car Championship, they had a team in the championship, literally called Team Atomic Kitten. And it was a pair of MG ZS's in bright yellow and black liveries. Actually, I'm going to find this. I'm going to find this because the best bit about the whole thing is one of the drivers that drove the car that season went on to become one of the greatest British touring car drivers of all time and is still active today. He's a guy called Colin Turkington. The only service in Queen's Park is Rangers giving away 3 points. Hey. Team Atomic Kitten BTCC. I've got to find this. Yes, there we go. Right. No capture. Come off. There we go. Here they are. There it is. There we go. Where's the actual picture of the car? Oh, hello. The Kittens go GT racing. Hang on a minute. Aaron Trinkler brought to the scene a Corvette C5 meant for the much lower GT. Why are we talking about this? Hang on. You what? You... Atomic Kitten were on a Corvette? Well, the yellow... My mind has just been blown. From the archives, 2001, part 2. In the Interactive Sports Car Challenge. Was this a British GT Championship race? I feel like it might have been. I'm now feverishly... There it is! Okay, so that's not a Corvette C5R GT1 quite. It's more like a production... Yeah, okay, so it's kind of a British GT. That's okay. You know, good choice. You know, you're going to get into GT racing. You know, that's the way to do it. There we go. There's the car. There it is. And there's the MG. But there's the drivers. Look at Colin Tuckington. He's so awkward. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just a race car driver. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm surrounded by attractive women on my race car. I can't remember who this guy was. He looks like he doesn't want to be there. Who was the other driver? I need to know who the other driver was. Oh my God. This is brilliant. This is going on YouTube as its own segment. I don't care. We have gone off topic, but I don't care. 2003 BTCC. Fun fact, I think I saw these cars racing. Because the first ever British Touring Car Championship race I went to was a random one in, I want to say it was 2000. Yeah, it would have been 2003. Because I used to go to the series that was known for a while as Days of Thunder series, or ASCAR as it was known at the time, because NASCAR without the N. So it's not the American NASCAR, it's yeah, it was called ASCAR, but who cares? It was good. But me and my dad went to all the rounds in 2002 at Rockingham, but then in 2003, ironically, they started bringing in pop bands as like like WrestleMania with flipping Pitbull. And the first event we got there, like the crowd had doubled, but half of the crowd were screaming teenage girls because Busted were there. And we kind of looked at each other and were like, nah, we ain't feeling this. So the next ASCAR round came around and we were like, Dad's old childhood friend, I think it was his old friend Julian, who he's still mates with now, said, how about we go to the British Touring Cars at Silverstone instead? All right, then, let's go. And we were in the grandstand. It was just standing grandstand what's the name of the flask? It's the last corner round the hairpin onto the front straight of the old start-finish straight. But it's still used a lot now because the new start-finish straight looks exactly the same, and people have just decided to use the old one instead. Never understood why that happened. But yeah, original OG Silverstone. And we watched the British Touring Cars. And I want to say it was 2003, so we will have seen Team Atomic Kitten in the flesh. MG Sport and Racing, MGZS. Oh, hello. No, it can't have... Hang on. Wait a minute. It can't have been 2003 then. Was it 2002 they ran Atomic Kitten? Must have been. Because, yeah, Colin Turkington was already at the main MG team there, and there's a conspicuous absence of Team Atomic Kitten in this lineup. Well, they're a one-and-done deal. It's tragedy. When the feeling's gone and when the funding's gone and you can't go on, it's tragedy. Wrong pop band. Never mind. Anyway, Team Halfords. Team Atomic Kitten, there we go. Gareth Howell. Oh, brilliant. Gareth Howell was... He actually had a pretty decent career in British Touring Cars in the end. Yeah, he was in the production class for 2000, 2001. Well, he actually won some races. Would you look at that? Yeah, he ran with Team Halfords, the Matt Neal's Honda Integra team. And he ran in the 2007 Britcar 24 Hours. Of course, made famous by Top Gear. What tangent have we ended up going on? Jeez, this is a mess. But yeah, there you go. TLDR, Atomic Kitten ran a team in the British Touring Cars. Although I don't think the actual band members did. That would be quite funny. Just on the radio, like, you need to drive into turn one. Close your eyes, give me your hand, darling. Turn out to be bad racing advice. Needs to start getting Rick Parfitt Jr. to do... Yes, agreed. Mainly because I miss his dad. R.I.P. Rick Parfitt Sr. Before we get back to the game, I need to show you potentially the greatest race car music crossover. Let's see if we can find some pictures of it. I don't know what name. No, these are all just... No, not NASCAR. Probably this is the reason why they changed the name. There we go. Oh, look. Are there any pictures? They're all copyrighted. But yeah, have a look at this. Look at this. It's not. There we go. Look at that. That's a NASCAR stock car. Sponsored by The Darkness. Because, of course. Let me see. There must have been promo pictures with them on. NASCAR 21. Not quite. This is much better than NASCAR 21. Oh, they even had a list of the crew on the car. That's really nice. The Darkness. What was it called? Days of Thunder series. Was it that, maybe? No, this is just the Tom Cruise movie. This is just that. Hang on. See, like I said, it went through about 1 billion different identities. So, yeah, NASCAR series. Days Thunder Racing Series Stock Car Speed Association. There you go. Yeah. So wasn't it 2005? I think it was. Yeah, I want to say it was. Oh, Sean Richardson. There you go. Yeah. So this SCSA. Let's try that. The Undertaker. We're getting a wide mix of results here that are not what I'm looking for. Oh, SCSA, they're going for Stone Cold Steve Austin, aren't they? There we go, yes. Next up, he's telling us ABBA had a Formula 1 team. Yeah, well, I can't find... it's unfortunate. I can't seem to find any actual press... Yeah, there we go. There we go. This will do. Permission to race. Rocking Motor Speedway ASCAR memories. There you go. Justin Hawkins. Probably coked off his tits at the time. Amazing. Permission to race. Team Darkness brakes code. There they are. There's the band. And then the actual driver was like, I don't really know what's going on, but it's cool. For the 2004 season at Rockingham, following their appearance on the Rockingham stage last August. So they would have been one of the bands that... Oh, shit. I should have gone to that race. But Dad's like, no, we're not going just for half of the people to actually be there for the bands. And then I should have been like, wait a minute, one of the bands is The Darkness. We are going. Next at 11, Iron Maiden's rally team. And so Team Darkness was, but look at that. That's cool as well. It's got flames all over it. Of course it has. And there's the band themselves who are just like, yeah, we don't really know what's going on here, but, you know. Oh, yeah, this is awesome. I do remember that. That was cool. And I say he coked off his tits because he probably was. Most of the second Darkness album was Justin Hawkins being like, I'm on crack. Like, literally, the lead single, the title track of the album, One Way Ticket to Hell and Back, starts with some, like, weird, like, I don't know, like, Indian sort of flute pipes and that. And then literally the sound of someone snorting something up their nose. Thankfully, he's clean now, and he's doing a lot better, and that's why the band is still together, which is good. Actually found his TikTok the other day. Yes, Justin Hawkins on TikTok. That's, you know, that's a rabbit hole we don't have time to go down to today. Random racing crossovers, IndyCar's Mikael Aloshin with the Doom the Doomslayer. The Doomslayer in IndyCar. Now, there's a crossover I am here for. There we go. Right, anyway, back to driving trains. We kind of got distracted there a bit. Just a little bit. Hang on. Oops. There we go. Aha! I knew it. So there are shorter shuttles between the two. So let me have a look down here. That might have just been an early morning peak thing, though. So quite possibly. Yeah, okie doke. So, well, actually, ABBA did. Are you messing with me? What? Well, actually, ABBA did have a sponsor, a Swedish F1 driver called Slim Borgard back in the day. Oh, what? The ABBA... Wait a minute. We need to investigate this now. The most accurate prediction. What's that? Hang on. ABBA F1 car. Oh, my God. I've heard of this somewhere. There you go. Remember when one of ABBA's drummers drove an ABBA-sponsored ATS? Oh my God, he was one of their drummers? Slim Borgard was racing since the 60s, joining ATS in 1981 and then Tyrrell in 82. He also worked as a musician playing drums for a little-known Swedish pop group called ABBA. Look at this. Oh no, I'm not... Bollocks, hang on. Hang on. Why are you doing this? There we go. Apparently that's what works now. Anyway, there we go. The ABBA F1 car. Oh my goodness me. was joking and it turns out to be true. I know, right? Amazing. Let me see if I can bring it. I found a much better image for it. Honestly, I think window capture is just having a stroke. There we go. There it is. Look at that. That is all. Someone needs, now that ABBA are back, someone needs to run that as a throwback scheme. There's no Swedish drivers on the grid. I guess Valtteri Bottas is close enough. I guess Valtteri Bottas will do. But yes, that needs to happen. Look at that. Oh, that's incredible. The true greatest pop band of all time, by the way. Silverstone, finally facing my Silverstone. You are the driving queen. Get Marcus in the... Oh, yes! Marcus Ericsson in. Oh, this is the timeline we are all here for. Right. So what are we doing now? Do you know what I think we'll do? Boolocks to it. We're going to go over and do a 1938 Heritage tube stock. But she doesn't know who I am. There we go. We'll do that. But did his mother know? Well, if it was on telly, he probably did. She probably did. Let's do a full-length run. 58 minutes. That's good. Yeah, we'll do a full-length run and then a full-length run back. But this one we'll do in the 1938 stock. Vintage. You see? And while it's loading, I'm going to get a Beppis. What? Yeah. Do you know low-key favourite ABBA song of mine that is... It's more of a deep cut. Well, it was a single, but it's not one of their bigger hits. Summer Night City. Mwah. If you can find the original version with the extended intro, it is a thing of magnificence. And the live version as well. Mwah. So, right. Drive this short service from Elephant and Castle to Harrow and Wealdstone. Short. Literally. Does Your Mother Know is the least ABBA song, but it's an absolute banger. I'm surprised there haven't been more rock covers of it. Like, I'm pretty certain it's there. They're there to be made. Meantime, we might be using a much older train, but the way it works is pretty much still the same by the look of it. So, squeeze out. There we go. We're at Elephant and Castle with lots of brown doors. And people getting off because they've seen I'm driving it. You rude. Anyway. Where's the destination blind in here? We changed the destination blind? Is there one? Bakerloo line, Wembley Central Special. Well, that's not it. Ooh! There we go. Can I not shut the door? Anyway. Bakerloo, Stonebridge Park, Harrow and Wealdstone. Harrow and Wealdstone. There we go. Hang on. Hey! Harrow brackets Wealdstone. There we go. So are you taking me to work? Well, it's the middle of the day. I didn't know you were that keen to get to work, mate. The right side doors. The excellent metal a tribute to ABBA. I have heard my mates played me some of these songs, I think. Aha! Here's how you can tell this is an old train. Separate power and brake levers. Oh my god! What? What? Well, that went well. Span counter. Set the span counter to 1. Although in my defense, it did that thing again where it was like, right, people have got on the train now, right, you can leave. Except the signal hasn't, you've not got the road to do so. Oh. Alonso be like to Alpine, take a chance on me. Right. We'll do all this again. Oh, I love the clinking of the old iron and metal. Old metal. You can leave, except you cannot leave. What is this? Tube Station, California. Stop at location. Except I can't. I'm going to budge it forward, see if it does that thing where it's like... Oh no, look, there's a train up there going through. That must be what we're waiting for. Hang on. Wait, brake. No, stop. There we go. There we go. In a minute. Toot toot. Whoops. No, I didn't mean to turn the wipers on. How do I turn the wipers off? How do you turn the wipers off? Never mind, we're just doomed to have the wipers on now. Pressing buttons. Oh, never mind. Well, we're still on a red signal, so... Yeah. I was picturing one of those 80s safety videos where the narrator's saying, Adam was talking about Abel when he should have been looking at the signal. Always keep talk of Swedish bands to a minimum when driving trains. Nobody mentioned Lordy in here. Right, here we go. We've got a green signal. So you know what that is. Let's go. The brake's still on. There we go. We're moving. I still can't turn the wipers off. We're just doomed. Oh no, I've forgotten to turn the cab light on. We'll sort that at the next station. The headlight's on, or? Yes. The wiper, it's a feature. Yeah. Well, it is. It's very keen to demonstrate that to us. Or the Rasmus. Oh, yes. They've decided they have been waiting in the shadows for their time, and their time to compete at Eurovision is now, apparently. We are now just mentioning every Swedish band there ever is. We could go for the obvious one, the Night Flight Orchestra, a band that I love so much I have shirts of them and... Excuse me. Anyway. Or, we could also mention Sabaton Swedish? Or are they Finnish or Norwegian? Kavallatak are Norwegian, I want to say. You can combat the underground rain trying to obscure your view. Well, it's, you know, it's a rare phenomenon. A-star teens. What are they? Wait, they're Finnish. Well, who? Turisas or Sabaton? I don't know. It seems Sweden literally only makes two things. Awesome. Why has this scenario got so many red signals? What cruel person? What cruel person decided to have a scenario where you're literally right up the arse of a train in front of you, so every signal's red? Right. Spat. Right, let's try this again. Hello, AJ. Hello, Corvette fan. And seeing as you're here, I feel like you should get to see the new welcome screen, because I think you'll like it. There it is. It's very sexual. It's very nice. There we go. Anyway. Right, third time lucky at driving a tube train. I mean, really, how hard can that be? Sabaton are Swedish. Okay, so they count. Good. Right, destination blind. Clonk. I love that it even makes the like clonking sound of like rotating the blind lever. This is what I love about old trains and like old machines. Everything feels very mechanical. I may need to shower off to signal pass danger. Danger, high chance of collision. Not high voltage then. Oh, now we get the green light straight away. Okay, and then... So now, we've got the green light right away. Swear to God, if this goes red. Swear to God. Like S2G. There hasn't, we're good. Oh, shite box, I forgot. Oh, I've not turned the... There you go. Eurovision 2022 seems to be the year of bands or groups. It's almost like a rock band won last year's event. And everyone's like, shit, we need bands. And you know what that means for the UK? You know what it means for the UK? We should stop caring about actually winning, because we're not going to. A single D battery flashlight illuminates a path. Yeah, it's just sort of hanging off the front of the train. All right, I'm guessing this is Train to World 2. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We're on the Bakerloo line today, having a heckin' trundle around. Yeah, so if that's the case, like, we saw what won last year. A glam rock throwback band. Turns out the UK has one of those, and has had them for about the past 20 years, which makes me feel very old. They're a band I've mentioned already. They're called The Darkness. You may have heard of them. Why are we not sending them? Instead, we're going to send someone else actually trying to win and then get sharted on because everyone else will be laughing at us like, why do they keep showing up? Do they not get the hint that we all hate them? Do they not get the hint that why are they trying to win? They're not going to. We should just show up with some absolute bollocks. Just be like, well, we don't care. You're not going to give us any points anyway, are you? UK should just send Queen. Well, you know what? Oh, shoot. Red signal, red signal, red. Oh, shit. Where's the... Oh, no. Oh, we're coming into a station. Okay, good. Right, that wasn't the same red signal that caught us out last time. Normal. Off-the-wall bollocks has a good track record at Eurovision. Again, Lordy has entered the chat. There we go, perfect. Whoops. There we go, perfect. Right, which button? Oh, no, that's the stand-up button. Not the tell jokes button. Control guide. So what's the separate? Right, so cab... Oh, L is cab light. Okay, good. Good to know. Means we're not having to fumble around in the dark for a button like me the last time I had a woman over. Which was a very long time ago. Shut up. Anyway, the UK on Eurovision is like Rick Ware racing. Well, just the laughing stock of the field. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough, really. So it's these... Right, okay, so... Hang on a minute, where's... Yeah, locomotive, so... F and R. A and D. A and D are the throttles, definitely. Yeah, okay, so, right. I wouldn't be surprised if you get, like, CM Punk in here. Cruel, but correct. Let's be honest. There we go. Oh, look at that. Just one bright bot. I've just had a good idea. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's got like a slow, like, turn off. Turn off and on again. Have you tried turning it off and on again? But guys. Hey, guys. I've just had a great idea. Sorry, I'm not funny. Hang on, why is my face holding a torch? Hang on, what the hell? Have I got a torch on my hat or something? I've got a torch on my hat. Wow. This is amazing. So unauthorized people are allowed to be in the driver's cab but not remain there. No. Right, let's try that again. Hey guys, I've had a great idea. Hey, there we go. I never knew I had a torch on my hat. This hat is versatile. Just like has a James Bond gadget torch that deploys. Well, at least the UK does not block vote, aka vote for their neighbours. I don't know what you're talking about, Greece and Cyprus, every year. Like, it's just come to the point now where it's just like, and here we are for the Cyprus vote. And everyone's like, 12 points to Greece in 3, 2, 1. There's a few now who are just like, it's so... I think Greece and Cyprus are the really obvious ones, because every year now, when the inevitable... 12 points go to Greece, everyone in the crowd just boos. Just like, oh, for fuck's sake, really? Why are you this predictable every year? Right. Doors. Island who? Well, unfortunately for us, we would participate in that block voting for your neighbours thing, except we're kind of like the rowdy neighbours that piss off everyone in our street. So the French don't like us, the Irish definitely don't like us. Well, generally. It's one of those things where politically that many people don't like us, and let's be honest, I don't blame them. It's another one of those things where it's like, oh, hang on, let me check there we go. Right, that's the brake control, and then this is the throttle control. There we go. Speaking of NASCAR, did I Fontana? Yes, I did Fontana. I did Fontana. No, sorry. Did I watch Fontana? Yes, I did. Well, I watched about the first third of the race, and then I had to crash out and go to bed. But I watched the highlights of the rest of the race, and I'm going to share with you a shocking revelation here. I kind of enjoyed it. I kind of had fun. I've watched the Daytona 500 front to back for the first time in 6 years, and I actually kind of unironically enjoyed it. And, yeah, I had fun watching the Auto Club race as well. Like, it's very weird. Like, there's so much still that annoys me about the sport, and there's so much of a lot of the stuff that made me not be a fan of NASCAR anymore after 15 years of being a diehard. A lot of those issues, looking you playoffs and stage racing, are still there. There's a lot of issues still with NASCAR, obviously, but the only bit that I ever cared about was the actual racing. And the new cars look cool and seem to be doing the racing bit very well so far. So if that's the case, then I don't know, maybe I can... Like, I got back into F1 in 2020, which is hardly what anyone would say was a glory era for F1. But I just found some drivers I really liked. I enjoyed, like, when there was the occasional really good race, I'd be like, yeah, this is cool. And then when most of the time they weren't, I'd just shitpost and follow how my drivers were doing. So my aunt and uncle are visiting, so I got a dip, but I'll be back later if you're still going. Well, in the meantime, say hello to your aunt and uncle because of George and Lando. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So... like, it's hardly been a classic era for F1, but I've still got back into it again. And NASCAR, like, if the actual racing is fun to watch again, then, you know what, why not? You know, it's nice to have some fun with something you used to really like. Because I did really like NASCAR. I didn't, oops. Like, I did really like NASCAR. Like I said, 15 years I was a NASCAR. Well, hang on. 2001. Yeah, 15 years. I was a big NASCAR fan. I based almost my entire online identity around flipping NASCAR. For better and worse, in the end worse. But, like, I liked it. What could I say? I didn't give up on it easily. I gave up on it because I was getting sick and tired of it, and I didn't like the direction it was going in. It was like a sort of, I don't like where we are right now, and I don't have faith that it's going to get better, that it's going to change anytime soon. So, bleh, I'm out. Plus, I think I kind of needed to come out of it just because I was coming out of motorsport in general and changing everything up in my life. So, but now I'm like coming back to it as a fan. I'm like, yeah, okay, you know, this is cool. I really like IndyCar. I really like IMSA. I really like supercars, and I really like British touring cars. Those are my main, like, not unironic favourite, but those are the ones I really like. Which is annoying because on Sunday, I came over really tired and a bit ill, like almost feeling a bit ill, before the IndyCar race, the one that I really wanted to watch. And so I ended up, like, resting for that one. I didn't watch it live. And bugger me, I missed my boy Scotty winning his first IndyCar race. But I still saw the highlights. I saw on Twitter as soon as I got up later, I'm like, yes, I'm happy about this. Because of course I am. Scotty's been my boy since Supercars Day, so that's really cool. But yeah, like IndyCar, IMSA, Supercars, British touring cars, those are the kind of things that generally I will go out of my way to watch. F1 as well. F1's kind of a habit, I think. Like F1's like a sort of reason to hang out with mates sort of thing. You know what I mean? That makes sense? Let's release the brake and... don't want to alarm anyone, but we are almost on... I was always a big fan of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, but I stopped watching because it was always at an inconvenient time of day. Valid, yeah. Valid. I'm just thinking, like, what time would it be for you in the Netherlands? Be a few hours earlier or later? Because it starts around 4 p.m. UK time here, I think. Because BCCC is free. It is. It is. That's one, you know. To make next season the dream season, next-gen cars that race well, 2004 chase format, let green flag pit stops break up the race. Anyone else agree? Only thing I disagree with, no chase format whatsoever. Just have none. Just bollocks to it. Go back to old school way. Because I think, ironically, the chase... Oh, it was a joke. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But yeah, ironically, the problem that the chase was built to solve ended up getting fixed a few years later because of just changing the point system. Having to rewarding people for winning races. Just give more points to the winner. No, we're going to butcher our entire point system. But at least the chase was like okay. And then the playoffs were the biggest load of bollocks I've ever seen in motorsport history. And they've been so good and so amazing and so revolutionary that no other series in the world has adopted them. Still, you're on your own there, NASCAR, insisting that's a good idea. About as good idea as a chocolate teapot. Hello, by the way, Hawkwood. How are you doing, pal? Lovely to see you in here. Really nice to see you. We're just having a trundle on the bakerloo line. So sit down, make yourself comfortable. We will stop off at stations for drinks and snacks. And you can, of course, bring your own aboard. Let's make haste. Let's go. We're actually staying almost on time in this run. Almost. It's relative, you know. BSB was great last year, and sadly not one person knows how awesome it was. That is a shame. That is a shame. But seems like you did. What channel shows BSB these days? Because I would like to watch a bit more of it. I had my motorbike phase recently, so I'd like to pay attention to MotoGP this year. Ultimately, I like racing. I like motor racing. You know, shock horror. Spoiler alert. Also, deep down, gritting my teeth once again at the fact that I'm not going to be able to afford Gran Turismo 7 this week. I'm starting to see people playing it and downloading it, and I'm like, the pain. Pain. Because, well, I don't have much money at the moment, and what money I do have, I'm saving for another Station Another Mile filming trip next week. To Keighley in Yorkshire for the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway, which I'm really looking forward to. Was supposed to include a trip over to Manchester, but I decided to bail on that today. Just, you know, I can do that another time. And, yeah, so ultimately, as long as I can survive without Gran Turismo 7 for a few weeks, my birthday's at the end of the month. So at the very least, I'll probably treat myself to it, or someone, you know, it'll be a birthday present, you know, so. Look left. Dying of cramps, but otherwise good. Aww. Everyone send Hawk a gentle hug. Keith Lee, yes. The Yorkshire town, not the American wrestler. BSB to me will forever mean Backstreet Boys. Excuse me. Also, one of my new favourite drivers now that he's in IndyCar won this past weekend. Hey! Another fan on the Scotty train. Oh, morning. Toot toot. Alright, anyway, let's go. Clink clink. That's the old, was that another 1938 stock? Hard to tell through the gloom. Oh, clunk clunk, the kind of echoing of the going over the track joins. BSB is on Eurosport, but Quest show 3 rounds for free this season. Excellent. It's like I've been meaning to catch Channel 4, I think, have started doing semi-live rugby league coverage. Because rugby league has been behind a paywall for years and years. It's been exclusively on Sky Sports. And then every so often rugby league will be like, why is no one getting into us? Why are we not making new fans? Why are we not doing that? Oh, I don't know. Oh, by the way, here's the latest massive check from Sky Sports. Where's it supposed to go? Probably down to the grassroots of the game. Where's it going to go? Into my bank account. Offshore. All right, brilliant. Ted. But yeah, it seems like finally someone's figured out, like, do you know, maybe if people could actually watch our sport, they might be able to get into it, you know? Really? Yeah, that's a radical notion, but, you know, willing to give it a go. Why have we stopped moving, by the way? Or is it just like... Is this just as fast as we can go up a slight incline? Okay, we are going uphill, so we're not slowing down. So there's still power going through the going through everything. But yeah, I actually do want to check out some rugby league this season. Hopefully on Channel 4. There is some free motorsport to watch on YouTube. So much free motorsport to watch on YouTube. It's crazy. Yeah, what stuff is there you can watch on YouTube? There's a lot of stuff that does YouTube live streams, you know. What was I about to say? Don't know, can't have been that important. Speaking of bikes, our friend and yours, Lewis Sotheby, will be commentating on all 3 main MotoGP series on Paddock Pass. Heck yeah! That is so baller. I saw that announcement. That's really cool. A guy who I went to a mutual friend of ours' birthday party with in Midlands, or even North, I think it was. No, it was the Midlands. And I remember we were staying in a hotel, and that evening, because we couldn't sleep because I was drunk and he was just tired. Well, not tired, but just wired not to go to sleep yet. Yeah, we just sat up at like 4 a.m. listening to wrestling themes. And yeah, he's a cool dude. Like he used to do a show on Downforce Radio where I was a commentator for around the same time. That's how I met him. And then thanks to my coercion, after I persuaded Andre Harrison to do Motorsport 101 as a thing on its own. After a few years, I was like, why don't you try and poach Bike Live from Downforce? Come on, you can do it better. And yeah, it eventually happened. So, and Lewis was always like, Lewis always sounded pro. Like, you are listening to a professional do this. Like, this is a guy you can listen to all night. Like, he knows how to do it. Like, he was brilliant on the mic. I always just thought he was so engaging and so nice to listen to. So, it's cool. Since he's been working with Dorna, yeah, there we go. Since he's been working at Dorna, the head of all motorbike racing in the world, pretty much. So now, yeah, he's involved with their media department, and now he's doing commentary on their streaming service for MotoGP, which is baller. That's so cool. Things you really love to see, genuinely. Good things do happen to good people, and it's lovely to see that. So I know he's probably not watching this, but Lewis, good on you. Well done. This weekend's NASCAR race coverage in Las Vegas might not be very good, because if I remember correctly, Dan Kirkpatrick will be in the bill. I don't know. I've not heard her as a commentator. I liked Matt Kenseth with Clint Boyer and Mike Joy. I love how Tony Stewart was just sort of like vibing at the Daytona 500. He was like, well, fuck NASCAR anyway. I've made my own NASCAR with blackjack and hookers and proper dirt tracks. So I'm just out here vibing, watching what the actual NASCAR's doing. Was it Regent's Park where we failed to stop before? I think it was. But let's check. Well, the lights are still on anyway. I wouldn't get off there. I wouldn't get off there. Oh, look at all the wooden floors. Oh, there we go. Yeah, all the wooden floors. Oh, God. They're actually mannequins. The Autons are here. Run away. Anyway. Shut the door. There we go. Bzz, sonic screwdriver. Lock the door. There we go. Bark has a YouTube channel that show a lot of small British championships. Oh, nice. Okay. I should check this out. Oh, by the way, get your saxophones ready again. We're about to arrive at Baker Street. We are actually, well, we're supposed to be at Baker Street at 12:35:14. It's now 35. We're about a minute behind, so see if we can make some time up. I think it was hilarious that they had Matt Kenseth interviewing Joey Logano on the In-Race Reporter. How so? Oh, yeah, no, I have just remembered that. One of the most infamous feuds in NASCAR history. Yeah, I've remembered that now. I assume they were like, you guys over the beef now? Yeah, we're good. Though it would have been hilarious if they started, like, Matt Kenseth started cutting a promo on him. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm whacking it on emergency brake and I don't even care. Oh, okay. We actually braked early that time. There we go. Woo-hoo! I didn't clinch there whatsoever. No wonder tube drivers are always on strike, but because it is stressy. Yeah. Can you imagine if they'd start cutting a promo on Joey? Oi, douchebag, it's Matt Kenseth in the Fox Sports booth. Do you copy, twat? Oi, fuckface. Yeah, fuckface. How's retirement handling, your bitch? Anyway, yeah. Good old Baker Street. Yes, indeed. There you go. I don't know why I'm air guitaring. It should be air saxophone. Like, I can't fit an air saxophone in here. Mel's had to get taxis to... Yeah. Yeah, we are still about a minute behind where we should be, so let's try and catch up. I mean, I tried making up sometime there by just late braking, just sending it into Baker Street. I posted something in Sharp Posting. Let's see how fast you'll see why it's there. Well, I've got to see it first. A lot of people on eBay were like, how much would you accept on offer for this? Well, how about you make an offer and find out? How about you fuck around and find out? All right, here we go. Matt literally started off with, hey, Joey Logano, this is a voice I bet you thought you'd never hear on the radio. It's Matt Kenseth. Nice. Did Joey see the funny side of it? And there you go. Oh, nice. Rogro's a bad boy. There's no need to fight Sato now. Did he fight Sato? He just accidentally crashed into him, I thought. No. Just poke my head out the window. Right. Let's go. We're still about a minute behind, but we'll start chipping away at that. We'll be fine. Shard posting. Yep, that's a British GT McLaren sponsored by OnlyFans. Yep, yeah, that's the thing. Looking forward to the exclusive content they've got planned to post over there. Behind the scenes, look at the team. Matt and Joey are good now. Joey responded with a sarcastic, what's up, friend? That's good. That's good. You like to see things like that. There's no need for beef. Like I say, I mean, Matt Kenseth retired years ago, so, you know. Joey's doing his thing. Joey's a serious champion now, so. Unlock the doors. Also, I'm now humming the Bad Religion song Parallel because I keep seeing the Master Controller throttle setting go to parallel. There we go. Rumor is if you can pronounce Marylebone correctly 3 times in a row, someone will tell you you're lying. Probably someone in my YouTube comments. Full parallel. There you go. Will there be a nude calendar of the car and the tech? Well, you know. Pay $9.99 a month on OnlyFans and we'll see. Where's the next one? 529. Okay, we've got to slow down to 20. But so far, this train's been struggling to do 20. It is old, in fairness. It's an old land of a train. I'm too old for this. Yeah, we're about a minute, 2 minutes down now, so... It's doing its best, right? Oh, now we're doing decent speed. It's because we're on the straight and level. And we're actually going to have to slow down in a minute. Yeah, good. There we go. Released. Oh. All right, and we enter into Paddington Station. EP Min. Well, it's a bit of a tricky one because we've got a blind spot in the fact that in the cab window. There we go, trundle in. And then, do I have a favourite tube line? It might well be the bakerloo, actually. Maybe that or the Metropolitan line. Yeah, maybe the Metropolitan's pretty cool. It's the OG as well. Waterloo and City Line is nice, because I just love the fact that it even exists. I know you don't watch much wrestling nowadays, but have you seen anything concerning WWE 2K22? New. Because in my opinion, it looks much more promising than 2K20 ever did. Well, to be fair, NASCAR 21 probably looked more promising than 2K20 did. That's setting the bar pretty low. It looks like it might be a game this time. Oh, well, that's good. Because last time it was a bunch of waterlogged-soaked cereal boxes. Warwick Avenue's up next. Duffy's favourite station. Very musical line this is, isn't it? Do you have a favourite tube line, by the way, Hawk? Maybe you could make an extra buck by posting videos of trains coupling to OnlyFans. Okay, more promising than 2K19. Valid, yeah, that was the last decent one. I remember having that, actually. Was it 2K18? Who was on the cover of 2K19? I think I just got 2K18 and then was just like, nah. Which one was it where I tried to do a career mode let's play of it as well? AJ Styles. Oh, okay. No, I got the one where Seth Rollins was on the cover, and I think that was 2K18. Did I do the career mode on that one? Or was it 17? I can't remember. I tried doing the actual career mode on it, and it just gave up after 7 episodes. I'm like, this is so boring. I like the Northern Line, I think. That's probably just because I lived on it so many times. And the Northern Line's a good one. One of my favourite are the deep level ones. If not... Oh, here we go. When I get to Warwick Avenue right now. The Northern Line's a good choice, yeah. I mean, it covers a lot of places in the city. There we go, perfect. Robin Beckton, we live and die on the mountain with the truckers. Yeah, we do. See, I like the character I made. I like that actual part. Everything else was just terrible. The worst feud ever with Cesaro. So, I love that. Someone messaged me earlier, like, what would you accept for an offer for the Doomslayer figure you've got? And then someone else just bought it. Oh, all right then. Or someone could just pay the actual money for it. Because normally if they message you, like, what would you accept for it? Would you accept, like, £2? It's like the SpongeBob meme, just like, I have $3. No. Have you seen that If Tube Lines Were People video? No, I haven't, actually. When people say Northern Line, I keep thinking they're not talking about the Northern Line. As in the Northern Tube Line, or the Northern Line on Merseyrail, or the Northern Train Operating Company. Excuse me. All that. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? Where's the 600 yards? Once we, as we saw in the last one, once we get to Queen's Park, we'll be out in the daytime again. The Northern in general, as in where I live, because I am Northern. Are you Northern? I never knew this. I didn't know it. Don't kill me. I'm very sorry. Well, thank you, Hawk, for WhatsApping me that video. I will watch it once the stream's done. 2K19 can actually prevent someone from throwing you over the top rope in a Royal Rumble. Oh, wow, what a novel idea. Shame 2K18 didn't have that. Or if it did, the tutorial bugged out. I'm also Northern Friend, yeah. Hitch lives in near Sheffield, I think I want to say. Oh, yes. Spot on, there you go. All right, release the brake, and away we go. Kilburn Park is next up, and 770 yards. And what I'll probably do, by the way, is just run this entire journey and then have a quick tea break, and then come back and do a full return run through back to Elephant and Castle, and that'll do it for the stream, probably. Yeah. Between Sheffield and Nottingham. Oh, okay. It's on the old Great Central Main Line. I'm from Durham. All right, the next station's somewhere up here. It's getting close, that's all I know. Here we go. Just back down a little bit. Oh, we're coming up quite a steep gradient into the station as well. That probably was designed intentionally to help the train slow down in case of an emergency. I know on the Glasgow subway, I think they did that. Like, leaving every station, you'd go slightly downhill to aid acceleration, and then entering every station, you'd end up going uphill a bit. Still thinking about that Aber F1 car. Fair. You know, valid. I am too, I think. Kilburn Park, way out, way out, way out, way out, way out. Where's the way out? It's the Hardfire album cover again. Oh, look at our train. Look at it there. Oh, I'm getting a picture of that. There we go. And I've lived in Yorkshire as well. There you go. I'm going to Yorkshire next week, hopefully. This plan to do the Keighley and Worth Valley Railway comes together. Be ironic now, having said I'm not doing the Manchester part, money ends up coming in for being able to do it anyway. Let's be honest, if I got that lucky, I'd just buy Gran Turismo 7. I'm humming Charming Man by the Smiths a lot today. Oh, okay. Any reason? Right, Queen's Park is our next stop, which means we'll be heading into the daylight. We'll be out of the darkness and into the light. I lived in Yorkshire too. Is it just if you're from the north, you just have to spend some time in Yorkshire? It's like, no, it's like sort of Northern National Service. No, you don't have to join the army. Bollocks to that. You just got to spend 3 years in Yorkshire. Then you're a proper northerner. You can go back to your bloody Humberside or, Tyne and Wear. Tyne and Wear. I know you like MotoGP, but have you ever tried watching motocross, like dirt bikes? It's like Rally and MotoGP had a baby, kind of. Well, I always saw it as, like, motorbike rallycross, basically. Yes, I've watched it on occasion. I remember when I was very young I was a lot younger, going to Canada Heights, which is quite near to me, and it's a very, apparently, internationally renowned motocross track. And we watched motocross that day. A school friend of mine was there, competing, lucky bastard. And all I remember from the day is at one point I got clocked right in the eye with a huge chunk of mud. And it was great. Bitch, Yorkshire is south. Sir, Hawk, you are talking to a South Londoner. You are talking to a person who believes anything north of the Watford Gap is foreign territory, right? I'll get nosebleeds if I go any further north than that. God knows how I handled when I was in Scotland. Sunlight, yes. We're in the sunshine. We're in the sunshine. There, look at that. To our left is the West Coast Main Line. If I remember rightly. Yes, I think it is. The West Coast Main Line. We run sort of parallel to it for a bit. Oh, finally, a bit of acceleration at last. Right, we're into Queens. We're now like nearly 3 minutes down, but I'm trying my best. My train's old. It's just trying to do its best, you know? Everyone on the platform's like, it's an old train. We like it anyway. We don't care if it's a bit late. Oh, God, please stop. Please stop. Oh! Oh, that was close. Jeez. Okay, there we go. We're good. Leave Duncan alone. I'm not... Who's Duncan? Is that what you've named this train now? It's actually called Duncan. Yes. What's it called, Duncan? I'm not touching. I'm just curious. Right. So... Dude, blame Thomas. I blame Thomas for many things, to be honest. All right, so you remember before we went and parked up in that shed there. This time we just go through, well, round the outside. And over there, yeah, that's the West Coast Main Line. Stop dunking on Duncan. Very good. Oops. Steady. Tell you what as well. It's pretty quietly, OBS has not complained whatsoever about excessive CPU usage, so there have been some patches released for the games recently, it's, some updates and stuff, so it might have been something that was fixed in a patch, or maybe the new monitor made the difference. Alright, we're about to go up to 15 miles an hour. You know what would be really cool, given that we're getting Liverpool, is it Liverpool to Crewe? On this is the first Steam route on Trains in World 2. Be really cool, because that was the West Coast Main Line, obviously. Be really cool if you could link it and have actually model the West Coast Main Line for as long as this stretch, at the very least. A bit like how the Paddington to Reading stretch, the Great Western, is modelled. So you could run steam trains out of, well, Euston. Original OG Euston. Good Euston, not bollocks, fake, concrete, horrible prison Euston. You mentioned NASCAR 21 earlier. I went to Heat 5, and I think even though 21 was meant to be a sim, Heat 5 to me is still more realistic physics. Well, let me stop you there. It has physics. NASCAR 21 didn't have anything. It had some it had some used condoms. And, yeah, I don't know. A soggy box of cornflakes. Arch Euston, yes. Proper Euston. Real Euston. Real Euston hours. Oh, that's nice. That's kind of low angle shot. Oh, yes. There we go. Yeah, imagine if they modeled like OG Euston and you could run like... I have been a Thomas fan made stuff binge recently and I've discovered so much awesome stuff, such as... There you go. Look at that. All the running lines to the West Coast Main Line are out there. It'd be nice if there was anything actually running on them. You know, the busiest main line in the UK. Part of the reason they're building HS2 is to alleviate stress off the West Coast Main Line because there's so much stuff on it. Oh! Okay. Right. Look, listen. I know what I'm doing. Mostly. I really need to put more trust in... Well, I need to not have trust issues. But I really need to trust in the brakes on these tube trains a lot more because they are very good. There you go. Spot on. I'll give 21 some credit for the paint booth only, nothing else. I did hear that was good. Story of Soda is one of the best fan-made shows. Is it? I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that. Some weird stuff's happening outside. Some weird stuff's happening on the train again. Just going to pretend I didn't see that. Where we go? Where we go? Willesden Junction in just under a mile. Apparently, friend of the channel, Tuscanity, is currently playing Team Fortress 2. Just thought you'd like to know that. Are Chelsea fans bagging for money on this train? Maybe, I don't know. Well, I'm noticing a bit more lag and a few more frame rate stutters, but that was always the case with this section of the line because it's loading a lot more stuff. That's a nice shot, though. So those train doors act as a portal to another dimension. You know, you might be onto something there. You might actually be onto something there. Yep, there's the notoriously busy and bustling West Coast Main Line. Shut for engineering works, isn't it? It's just a limitation of the game, obviously. I'm not, like, seriously donking on it, but it would be nice if they're like, it's clearly here, so why not expand on it? You could do some cool stuff with it. Ooh. Right, so the red signal's after the station. Oh, there's a depot there. Well, that'd be Willesden. Yeah, Willesden Depot. There you go. So it's all already there. What I'm saying is you've got the groundwork to do something cool with that. You know, like it would be cool if they could start to link some of these routes together in a way, sort of tie them together. Like, how cool would it be if there was a way where... Because the Bakerloo line goes to Paddington Station. Paddington is modelled in this game on the Great Western Express route. It'd be really cool if... Jesus. It'd be really cool if Jesus showed up. We're fine. We're okay. And there you go. There we go. Hey, welcome to Willesden Junction. Oh, is that a poster? Yes. Mind the gap. There we go. Bakerloo line. Do you need to put the map on? Ah, there you go. Hey! There's a complete route map. So we are here right now. And, over there. No, it's not the West Coast Main Line over there. No, we're at Harrow. We are at Willesden Junction. AJ, stop talking. Nice to have the sun out. Seems like people are walking into them and just disappearing. Yeah, but there's some weird stuff going on this train. So Harlesden is next up in 0.7 of a mile. And our L train is doing its best. That's a nice angle. And yeah, the sun's out. Like I say, I normally like to have like realistic weather. Well, weather pertaining to what's going on outside in the time of year that we're at. I mean, grim and grey as fuck outside at the moment, but it's the start of spring, damn it, so why not have some nice kind of light spring sunshine? Still a bit chilly, but, you know, The air feels a bit lighter. Only 2 miles. It can apparently go 40 miles an hour. We're going quite a lot downhill at the moment. Quite a lot downhill at the moment. Aha, I see. So this is like a dive under for presumably the West Coast Main Line's going above us. There's a similar thing to this on the... oh, God. I can never remember which one it is. I think it's the... It's not the District. It's not the Central. Oh, God. Is it the Circle Line, like the branch... excuse me, branch of the Circle Line that goes off and round? Oh, God. Oh, God. Come on. Come on, brakes. Don't let me down. There we go. Come on. I've whacked the emergency brakes on. Oh, spot on. I meant to do that. I absolutely meant to do that, and I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, look, it's a sunny day. Look at that. Actual sunshine. Yeah, good. The absolute... Those interdimensional portals are still affecting people's ability to get on the train, but still. There you go. There's the whole ass West Coast Main Line out there. Must not cross the line. Which one? That one? Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Oh, look at the lovely interior of this. Oh, and the old school tube maps. How lovely is that? I used to love how they'd mark the interchange with these sort of arrows on them. Other tube lines directly going through the station. How cool is that? Look at that. British Rail. Oh, it's good. Anyway. Right, onwards to Stonebridge Park, which is just under a mile away. Yeah, I want to say it's the Circle Line branch down to Hammersmith, where there was a... what was I going to say? I got a new offer of £2.50 for something I'm selling on eBay for £3. Think I can accept that? I think that's a fair offer, you know? Gonna go Mike Brewer on him. Hold out your hand. Hold out your hand. Go for the handshake. Although he's brilliant. Mike Brewer's brilliant. Your man from Wheeler Dealers, which is a good show. It's a fun show. I like it. I preferred it with Ed China on there, but your man who's doing it now, Ash Anstead, I want to say. Anstead. He's pretty good as well. Mike Brewer's cool. Yeah, there's the whole ass West Coast Main Line over there, and some more depots, buildings and things like that. Yeah, what was I going with this? Oh god, wind back the tangents. Wind back the tangents. They're somewhere in the brain there. Yeah, Mike Brewer was infamous. My dad pointed this out to me. There's now a running joke we have. Oh god, hang on. Oh look at that! There's an actual semaphore signal in that yard there. So almost the same time we're stopping at the end of the platform, we've got a red signal. So no pressure or anything. Hey, look at that. Yeah, so Mike Brewer is infamous on that show for being like, right, we've restored this old car, we've spent loads of money on it, I'm not going to accept a penny less than $5,000 for it. Someone comes along, I'll bid you $3,500. Hold out your hand. It's like, Mike, you are the worst negotiator I think I've ever seen. I'm not taking a penny under $6,000. What about $4,000? Hold out your hand. Oh, man. Whoa, there's some serious lag in this section. It is Tracy Ward is struggling with this bit. And there we go. I don't mind stopping a little bit short of the marker. Oh, there's another train coming through. Hey. Toot toot. Oh, look at the lovely London Transport decals and everything on it. That's great. Hammersmith would be a great name for a metal band. It really would, actually. You know, a station name I've always thought is way more epic than it actually is. Like, the station itself is nondescript as anything. There's nothing important about it. But I've always thought the station name Dalston Kingsland sounds really epic. Like, that would be a cool name for a metal band or something. That reminds me of a guy on a car flipping show I saw. I think he was called Mike too. Oh, really? What was the show just about selling car? I thought you... Oh, my God. Autistic brain over here genuinely thought you meant like, so today on this show, we're just going to have cars and flip them over. It's great. Otherwise known as Top Gear. I think he was called Mike too. Yeah, but if you meant like flipping cars for money, yeah, it was probably Wheeler Dealers and it was probably Mike Brewer. So there you go. Fun fact, him and Ed China were once at a car show that me and my dad and my ex were at. We didn't see them, but that would have been cool. Walks up to him, me like, hold out your hand. Well, you bidding on a car? Yeah, I'm bidding £2.50 on a car. Anyway, yes, so I'm remembering the tangents. All of the tangents I've left unfinished. The bit earlier I was talking about a dive under the main line to cross over the main line or go over a main line without cutting across the tracks. For the longest time, I believe it's the branch of the Circle Line down to Hammersmith, used to just cross over the tracks out of Paddington on the Great Western Main Line, which obviously was very annoying when you've got express trains coming and going. Being like, wait a minute, we've got to stop. And the tube train was like, hang on a minute, I've got to cross over, excuse me. So eventually they built a dive under, so the tube train would go underneath all the tracks and pop out on the other side. Oh, excuse me, my nose is itching. I can tell Adam watches Car Throttle. I do on occasion, yes. I was featured on Car Throttle once, actually. When a video of me and my best friend commentating on rush hour commuters at London Victoria Station, but as if we were Formula 1 commentators, went viral. Rust Bros, I think, or Rust to Riches. I watched them both one after the other. I like fixing cars. Nice. I like it too. I should probably get Car Mechanic Simulator for that. I think, wasn't Rust to Riches the one with... Wasn't Philip Glenister on that one? I'm trying to remember, because Phil Glenister got into all of that as well, which is very cool. Gene Hunt's been like, I want to restore cars. Get your trousers on, I'm nicking your car, because I'm going to restore it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this character arc either. Oh, it's a bit of a steep turn in the road there. It's like, hey, it's like Laguna Seca, eh? We're just going to slowly trundle in. We're into Wembley Central Station. Anything Guy Martin does is always top. Oh, yeah, Guy Martin is good. No, they're both US shows. Oh, okay. Unlock the doors. There we go, there's Wembley Central. Also, my birthday was a couple of weeks ago. Oh, happy birthday, dude. And as a present, my dad gave me all his Dale Earnhardt diecasts, including his final win car, his 500 winning car, and some other really cool ones. Oh, that is awesome. I love it when a family member is like, it is now time for you to possess cherished things. It was like the day my uncle passed on to me some of his prized punk vinyls, including the original first 3 Clash albums, the original first Ian Dury and the Blockheads album, all on vinyl, all like special editions and that, and he passed them on to me. It was like, it is your time now. And Car Mechanic Sim is really good. I imagine it is. We've technically played it, sort of, just because we've sort of played it just because there was that Drift, what was it called at the time? Drift 19, Drift 21, wherever it was. Unfortunately, I never kept the VOD for that, which is a shame. But it was that kind of naff drift game that just was a bit rubbish in the end. It might have been improved. I know it's still on Steam, and it might have been improved now, but we'll never know. But there was the bit in that where it was like, yeah, you can tune your car up by going into the actual garage and walking around and finding parts and stuff. And everyone was like, well, this is just Car Mechanic Simulator. This is literally Car Mechanic Simulator. So I'm like, so what you're saying is that we've bought Car Mechanic Simulator on Wish.com with an additional driving element glued on, which is terrible. So there we go. Car Mechanic Simulator's been getting more and more licensed stuff, hasn't it? Like, I see all these DLC packs where it's like Lamborghini car pack or Chevrolet car pack and stuff. Meantime, we're coming up on North Wembley Platform 2. Meantime, by the way, would you guys mind? This might just be a not a stamina thing, but that's not the right word. But just not having stream for a little while. Do you guys mind if I call the stream after we finish this service? I know I said I was going to do one more, but we're coming up on 2.5 hours. Like I say, I've got some... Oh, my God. No, I didn't mean that by immediately running a red signal. No! In fairness, that's quite an early place to stop on the platforms. And we're fine. We're good. That's okay. But yeah, I think they've updated it a lot recently, or possibly remastering. Excellent. This is all very exciting. An email about something. Oh, yes. Excellent. There we go. Anyone remember Wheeler Dealers? Yeah, we were just talking about it. the show with Mike Brewer and Air China and now Ann Anstead, I think he's called. Excuse me, ma'am, can you stand behind the yellow line? I don't know. Obnoxious commuters. All right, where we go. I'm going to toot at them. Oi! Stand behind the yellow line. Ollie, oi! Twat in the orange jacket. Don't care if that might be a McLaren jacket. You got to stand behind the yellow line. Do you hear? That's totally fine. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Like I say, I like stream to around 3 hours anyway. This is going to come up on around 2.5. So, you know. I've got some things to sort. I'm a little bit tired. Ooh, so, there we go. Meantime, we're trundling along. I don't know how many more stops we've got. We're going to Harrow and Wealdstone. So, South Kenton is up next. Why are we losing speed? Why is that happening? Hang on. Does that unlock more speed? Maybe? It's Gabriele Tarquini's birthday today. Oh, awesome. Should we have had it on forward 2 the entire time? It does seem like we're accelerating a lot quicker now. Whoops. Oh, and now we need to stop. Now we need to stop. We really need to stop. We really need to stop. Look, listen. Close enough. Look, listen. The front doors will not... Okay, there's no one on this bit of the train. I think they knew. They're like, you best not stand in the front... Best not be in the front few coaches, because, Oh, nice ramp there. We're alongside the West Coast Main Line again, by the way. Oh, there's another train as well. Hiya. Afternoon. Rich is like, what are you doing there? Well, you see, it's a funny story, actually. And the funny thing is he hid them so well in his man cave, I had no idea he had them. So I opened the box and was like, where the hell did these come from? Wow. That's pretty awesome, actually. That's very cool. Shout out to Corvette Fan Senior, Corvette Fan's dad. Some top daddery there. Yeah, West Coast Main Line once again. You know, wanted to do some spotting on the West Coast Main Line. That's a great spot to do it. In the same way that, oh my God, what's the name of the tube station? Is it Royal Oak? I want to say it's Royal Oak. It's the tube station just out of Paddington, where you literally just the platforms are looking across the mainline tracks like that. So my dad said he had many fond memories of just sitting on that platform watching Westerns and 50s and diesels and HSTs trundling past on their way in and out of Paddington. Yeah, I definitely feel like we've unlocked the power now. It's rather alarming, like, freezes. Like the sort of freeze of like, oh no, the game's about to crash. So far, it seems to be okay. Like I say, Train Sim World has always struggled with this section. There's a lot going on. which is probably why they've not done anything more for the West Coast Main Line, by the way. I'm like, oh no, there's no trains on a really busy main line. They're like, seriously? Do you want the game engine to just melt and explode? It's trying to do its best even now, and I'm like, yeah, fair enough. You're doing a hecking good. You're doing as good as you can. I'm doing my best, all right? Honestly, that's a mood for me and everyone in the world right now. Except for Vladimir Putin. He's just like, well, I'm a bell end. That's the only thought in his head. Well, I'm a bell end. All right. There we are. Is it Kenton? Once again. West Coast Main Line over here. Oh, that's a nice angle. That is quite a nice little angle, actually. If you take the HUD out of the equation, which we will, obviously, in the screenshot. The coolest one's Dale Earnhardt's first race car is in the kind of cream-coloured one with the red 8 on it from like... Oh, the OG one. That is awesome. That's very cool. It's like a Chevy Malibu or something. Wow. Yeah, that is genuinely very cool. I would like to collect retro NASCAR diecasts, like 164s, either made in modern times or, you know, originals of classic cars. Because I know for a while, there were every so often Action, like Neonel or something, would do, like, in amongst the modern NASCAR range, there'd be, like, a random, like, 80s one or a 70s model, which would be very cool. I'd like to do that. And maybe collect some 2022 cars. And maybe do a stop. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, we are coming up on our final destination on this run, which is Harrow and Wealdstone. We're getting like the sort of jet phaser sound there. We're going so fast. Like I say, there's the West Coast Main Line just vibing over there. Oh, we need to slow down, do we? Yeah, we might want to actually do that. Again, we're doing a frankly outrageous 45 miles an hour in our nearly 90-year-old train. Right, so the red signal's basically right where we have to stop in the platforms. Okay. AJ speeding down the line. Well, I'm not actually speeding. Figuratively, I am, but I'm not literally. Anyway, it's actually a Chevy Chevelle, which makes it even better. Yes, I love those anyway. That's very cool. Right. Let's not screw up the very last stop of the journey. Let's not do that. Trundling in at 20 miles an hour, nice and chill. Normal. Going for stroll. Look normal. Look normal. Look normal. And then... There you go. Spot on. There we go. Welcome to Harrow and Wealdstone. Yeah, it's a station. Here it is. All change, please. All change. Oh, yeah, that's right. I wondered if we'd have to do some shunting into, like, the sidings or whatever. So, yeah, it looks like we will. Okay, so release the train brake. We're going to trundle off into these sidings over here. And I'll say, that'll be a job well done. Oops. Huh, they all have underground roundels on them as well. I thought those platforms might have just been for the West Coast Main Line. The more you know. Speed limit's only 10 miles an hour, so... Oh, and there is actually a buffer stop right there, so no pressure. You better not cock this up. And there we go. Or not. On, tiny bit. There you go. Are you taking the piss, game? Yes, there we go. At last. Finally. Well, there we go. Hey, we got another gold medal out of it. I'll take that. Lovely. It's our speed. That's the speed limit. That's what we... Mostly, it just looks like a sort of heartbeat sine wave. Achievement unlocked. 1938 stock breaking bread. Excellent. Stop a location back in platform 1. Oh, we have to switch platforms. Okie doke. Well, actually, that's my shift done for the day, so I'm going to get off now. Someone else can take this one. Oh, no, hang on. Can you not put the driver's seat up? Seems like a slight design flaw there. Ow. I'll also bang my head on the tube one. Another one is where you discovered forward 2. Oh, does it? Where it's the speed suddenly goes... No, I was just having a nice leisurely trundle. I didn't want to push the old girl too much. Dale Jr.'s first cup car, the Coca-Cola #1. He raced in Japan in '98. Oh yeah, I know that one. Well, there's another train. Another train has stopped right behind us. Have they been following us the whole way? Like, why is this pleb so slow? They were like us in our first few attempts at that scenario, like constantly following another train and the red signals that they left behind. Now, folks, obviously, you shouldn't do this on the real railway, just wandering around on the actual tracks. That's a very big no-no, especially ones with live, like, 3rd and 4th rails. Apparently, I've got electric shock-proof boots, so I'm fine. So hopefully, in a minute, the game's going to be like, do you not want to drive this one? And I'll be like, no, I'm going home. I'm going home. No, I can't get into the station. Right, there's a slight problem here. There's a small issue. Yeah, a small bush there. A small-ish bush. I don't know. Oh, hang on. I know what I'm going to do. You'll stop there. Oh, I can't get out the... Oh, hang on. And then, yes! There we go. Yes! I'm a genius. Yes. I do want to give up control of that. So now I'm just going to mooch around, basically. And pick up some collectibles, probably. I know what we'll do. We'll probably watch the train that we just drove as it trundles back in here and leaves. And, yeah, we'll call it a day. A little bit shorter than normal, but, you know... Hope you're all right with that. So we'll just plonk down here at the end of the platform like a true spotter. And meantime, yeah, that'll just about do it for today, I think. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Really appreciate that. Don't step on the 3rd rail, pee on it. I see that AJ's breaking train. No, I work on the railway. Well, the game character does. I don't. I just wander around being like, ooh, train. Oh, yes, this was nice. Was it? I hope it was. Oh, that train's leaving. And there's our train. Still with the red lights on the rear. Mate, you need to turn those off. Never mind. Squealing brakes and flanges. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out today. I appreciate it. It's lovely to get back on track. Pun slightly intended. With some streaming. We'll be back on... hoping to be back on Saturday. Or tomorrow, maybe? No, I've got a video to finish. It will either be Friday afternoon and or Saturday afternoon that I'm back. And AJ has a hat. I have a hat. And the train pulls out of a station. Simon needs a hat. That's, what did I call it? Top steam or something. Top shed or something. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Hawk. Appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Let's wave our train goodbye. See you later. You've still got the headlights on. Never mind. Stop stealing my jokes. There we go. Sorry. Egg timers. Should be back probably on Saturday afternoon, most likely, to stream some Gran Turismo Sport. I know everyone else will be playing Gran Turismo 7 by then because they're cool kids, and I'm not jealous about that, but figuring that GT7 is dropping, I'll probably be coming back on Sport for a final swan song through that game, finally beating like as much of the single player as I can in one big marathon of a stream. Friday evening, I'm hoping to have New Another Station, Another Mile for you. The Oakhampton episode will finally be dropping. And then, next week, I was going to be away for all of it, but if I've cancelled the Manchester leg of my filming trip, then I'll be around Monday through Wednesday, so that'll be a couple of streams next week. And, excuse me, just say it's a retro gaming stream, pretty much. Yeah, that's accurate. That is accurate for this cluster fruitcake of a channel. Another awesome stream, hands down the best streamer on... Oh, thank you. You are very kind. That's that train we were just on. So that's how you're supposed to have the headlights. There you go. Oh, that's a nice little picture, actually. Look at that. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, have a lovely rest of your Wednesday, folks. There's only one thing left for us to do, which is quit out of the game and then go and find someone to raid, shall we? Who's online at the moment? Is there anybody streaming right now? Love you, AJ. Aw, thank you. So I guess the GCR Gala Redux will be in like a couple of months. I joined really late. Oh, no, Tuz. Ah, hello, Tuz. You weren't mentioned earlier, by the way, just because I saw your thing pop up on Steam, and I'm like, Tuz is playing Team Fortress 2 now, apparently. Right, well, there's lots of people streaming. I can see... I can see one right away. I know exactly who we're going to raid. It's our good friend Nova Katibs. She's back. I had a week off last week, like me. Well, I'm like, I'm going to miss a stream. Maybe have a week off. Okay, maybe a month. Oh, I've been off 6 months. How's that happened? But, yeah, we're going to pop over and raid Nova Katibs. So, raid Nova Katibs. There we go. They are currently doing some crosswords and stuff. Lovely chill vibe over there. They are a fantastic human being. You will love them as much as I do. So, whether you choose to come over with us or if you've got other things to do with your Wednesday, have a lovely rest of your day, basically. And